For
For what?
well, we're talking about golf, aren't we?
Well, yeah, we're talking about it. We're not actually playing it here in the studio. That doesn't work so well. But yes, today we are talking about all the different, or I should say, the major places that you can go and access golf here in Racine.
Yeah, there's quite a few courses
Yeah,
actually.
and we've been on a few, so
Yeah.
it's not like we haven't had any experience. We do like to play golf occasionally ourselves, but honestly, the problem is real estate's really busy in the summertime, and that's when golf is at its best. And
Yeah.
so that kind of conflicts a little bit. Maybe someday when we retire. Yeah, probably won't happen. But anyway, here we go. Let's talk about golf here on Living in Racine. We'll be right back after this.
Yeah. Here we go.
All right, welcome back.
Welcome back.
yeah.
So, first course we're going to talk about today is Meadowbrook.
And no, we're not going to talk about that first.
We're not.
We're not going to talk about Meadowbrook first. First, we're going to tell people that if they find any value in this content, they need to click subscribe. They need to turn on that notification bell. They need to like. They can drop a comment below. And all of those things help this channel to grow and help other people to know about the channel. That's actually, we are more interested in the share than anything else. We want as many people in and out of Racine to know how awesome it is to live here in Racine.
Yeah.
So, but let's dive right into it. So we're going to talk about a number of different options. So one of the cool things here is that a lot of people think being in Wisconsin, you know, it's colder climate. It's not like Florida where golf is everywhere, or Arizona where golf is everywhere. We're not a retirement community, but we actually have golf just about everywhere.
Yeah, we're really fortunate to have some really good courses close by.
And I would say we also have some really good courses at a really reasonable rate.
Yeah, very reasonable.
Absolutely. So let's talk first about first of all, there are private golf courses. There's 2 country clubs in the area that their main pull is their golf courses.
Yeah.
And so we've got Meadowbrook and Racine Country Club.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to stack those 2 up against each other because they're the ones that are private. All the rest of them are either owned by the county or by the city, and they're leased or managed. They're leased and managed by other people. So we'll talk about those later.
Yeah.
But the 2 private golf courses here in Racine are Meadowbrook and Racine Country Club. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Talk about Meadowbrook first.
Okay. So Meadowbrook is right along Old Green Bay Road, and it's where it is. I mean, it's kind of tucked away. A lot of people don't realize where it is because it's on the main drag, but not on the main drag.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of houses over there that you can actually buy a house that's on the golf course, and you don't have to be a member. So it's kind of cool because you can sit on the back in the backyard and just watch people golf in the summer evening. So that's kind of fun. But we're going to talk about, so it's 18 holes. They have 18 holes. But the thing is, you do have to count in, they don't really, because they are private golf courses, they don't have like pricing unless you're a member. So the only kind of pricing you get is their membership pricing. And for Meadowbrook, a family will cost you $66.95 a year. So $6,695 a year for a Meadowbrook for Meadowbrook Country Club to be a member. Now that includes unlimited golf.
Yeah.
With a cart.
With a cart.
With a cart.
Which is pretty good.
But it also includes full access to their pool, their tennis courts, their clubhouse, their restaurant. So
they have a restaurant there.
it's a whole like social thing for sure. It's not just about golf. So there are a lot of people who are families that maybe only dad does the golf, but the rest of the family hangs out in the pools and the tennis courts. So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I believe you can take a non-member along as
You
well,
can
so
have
that
guests at Meadowbrook, yes. And so if dad's golfing and wants to take a guest in with him, he absolutely can. It's like a reduced rate type of a course. But they don't publish those rates. It probably changes every year, and you have to be a member to know what they are. And it might even be, depends on what your membership is, whether you're a single or family and things like that, how much your guest pays for that. But as a single, you can have a full membership with cart for $51.25. So $5,000, just over $5,000 for an annual membership. Now, these are the 2024 rates, and we don't have all of 2025 rates published yet.
No.
But when they come out, you know, they'll be out. The other one in town, and that seems to be pretty it. I mean, Meadowbrook's got really transparent pricing. If you go to their website,
we've actually been to their restaurant, haven't we, before?
So you their pricing is really transparent as well.
Yeah,
it's really obvious. You go on their website, you find out what it is. Racine Country Club is a little bit different. They seem to be a bit more exclusive over there at Racine Country Club.
Yes.
I had to do some digging to find their pricing, and the most recent pricing I found was actually published in 2023 when they came under new management. So there's always the chance that that pricing has gone up. But here's what that pricing worked out to. So theirs breaks down a little bit differently. First of all, there's a joining fee. Well, actually, first of all, you have to be sponsored by a current member in order to join Racine Country Club.
Which means they're probably full.
It does mean that they must have something good going on over there.
On membership.
Well, or they're just exclusive. So you have to be sponsored in order to get in. And then you have to pay a $7,500 initiation fee.
Yeah.
That's just to get your foot in the door. And then, assuming that you want to do the whole, unlimited golf for the family kind of thing, kind of like Meadowbrook, then it's going to cost you $11,088 a year for the first 2 years. And then that's going to go up $150 a month after those first 2 years. There's this credit they apply for the first 2 years. And that's what brings it down to the $11,088 for a family. Yeah. Now, they have pools, they have swimming, they have tennis courts, they also have pickleball courts. I have to say, I didn't see that Meadowbrook had pickleball. Maybe they do now, but they didn't in their advertising. But I'm not sure that paying $5,000 more a year is worth it just for pickleball.
No,
I know pickleball is really big, but you can't even do the pool or anything until May. The pool is May till September.
Outdoor or indoor?
Yeah, it's outdoor.
An outdoor pool?
Yeah, both of them are outdoor pools.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, that's a lot of extra money for a pickleball court, basically. If you're a single and you want to do Racine Country Club, it will cost you $9,588 per year. And after 2 years, it goes up $100 a month. So it goes up another $1,200 after 2 years. Yeah. And it still has the same $7,500 initial fee up front. Now, for a while, they were allowing people to split that into 3 payments. And they were allowing them, but that was back in 2023 when this new management took over. So I don't know if they still allow that or not, but that's what it is. So those are the exclusive country club types. I know what we would pick, and mostly because I've been on both courses, partly from selling houses that were on these courses, and both of them are very nice courses.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have any problem with either of them, but heck, I would like to save $5,000 a year and not have a $7,500 joining fee.
Yeah.
So, but let's talk about some of the more public ones, the ones you can just go to as a day thing. You don't need a membership. You can just kind of show up and have a good time.
That's
all
our
right?
type of course.
That's more our type of course, partly because we don't always have time to do it, and so we kind of need that. So there's a couple. The Ives Grove, though, is owned by the county, and Ives Grove Golf Course is out just west of the interstate. On the other side of the interstate, basically, and that's part of the Racine County area. And for Racine County, it is actually owned by Racine County.
Yeah.
But who's currently got the lease?
Ramiro Romo.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know who Ramiro Romo is, he is actually the father of legendary Tony Romo. And Tony Romo actually has a investing interest in the driving range out there. There's 2 separate. Ives Grove is the golf course, and then they have the driving range separate.
Yeah.
And while Ramiro Romo has the lease right now to run Ives Grove and the driving range, which is called Range Time. I think it was Range Time, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Range Time. But Tony Romo actually has an investment interest in Range Time.
Driving range, in Range Time.
They actually have really reasonable. First of all, some of the things that are nice. How many holes do they have at Ives Grove, Russ?
27.
They do. They have 27 different holes. So they not only have an 18-hole course, because Meadowbrook and Racine Country Club only have 18-hole courses.
Yeah.
Well, you may be allowed to do 9 holes, because of course, if you have unlimited golfs, you can do just 9 if you want. But while you may be able to do 9 holes, you only have 18 to choose from.
Yeah.
Whereas at Ives Grove, you can either do their 18-hole course or you can do their separate 9-hole course.
Yeah.
On top of that, which is pretty cool.
It is, or you can do both.
Yes, or if you want to do both, go for it. But we only priced out for you guys. We grabbed the price just for if you did 18 holes, because that is more traditional, at their most expensive rate. So it does not count. Russ, he'd be a senior, so he'd get a senior rate. I would not, but he's a senior, not me. But I priced it out at their most expensive time, their most expensive 18 holes with a cart to kind of give some perspective and balance it with the others, right?
Yeah.
$51 for 18 holes and a cart. That's really not bad for an afternoon of golf.
No.
I mean, because you pay almost that much for the other ones we're going to discuss for 9 holes. Right.
Yeah.
Not that much, but I mean, you pay about half that anyway. So, and that's a really, really good golf course. Yeah. Ives Grove. And it's open to the public. You don't have to have a membership or anything.
Open to the public. There's a bar and a restaurant area.
And they have tons.
I don't know what type of food they do there. I know they do pizzas at the driving range. Whether it's any different on the actual.
Well, the thing about Ives Grove is that for $51, you get a cart and you get your 18 holes. So at Ives Groves, one of the other nice things is they have actually tons of different packages. You can get a season pass there. You can just have it for the whole season, and it's a couple grand. You add a cart on for $1,000, I think it is. It's not expensive at all. So it's like I want to say it's like $4 grand for the unlimited golf for the year with a cart on top of it, something like that. So there are senior prices. There's you can also though get some discounts. So $51 for a cart and 18 holes is at their most expensive time. And then they have specials as well. Like they have Twilight Golf, which is a lot cheaper. They have Early Morning Golf, which is cheaper as well. They have all these different times and things where you can actually get it down to almost $30 with a cart. So it's actually pretty good. They got some really good things.
They also do some different pricing on the range as well, because you can actually buy range cards.
Yes, you can. All right, well, let's talk about the public courses that are east of the interstate. These are owned by the city of Racine.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 public golf courses here in the city of Racine.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Johnson is actually like on the border. It's actually not. It's actually in Mount Pleasant technically, but there's Johnson Park Golf Course.
Yeah.
And at Johnson Park Golf Course, they also have a driving range. However, I couldn't find the pricing. All I could find was their unlimited pass for the season, which is $350. So for $350, you can hit balls on their driving range all season long, unlimited, as many as you want.
Cool.
So that's a lot of balls, though.
Yeah.
That would be like 35 trips over a summer. And since they're only open, like I believe they open in April, May, June, July, August, September, maybe October. Yeah. It's usually weather dependent when they shut down. But that means you're going an awful lot to the driving range if you're going to go 35 times to make that worth it. I'm guessing.
What about the golf course? How much is that?
So the golf course, however, with a cart is $47 for 18 holes.
That's not bad.
It's really
reasonable.
And that's why I said Ives Groves is right there in there. I mean, that's right in there with it because that's only $4 more, and it is a higher quality golf course.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Johnson's a really great golf course, but they only have 18 holes, whereas Ives Grove has the 9-hole additional. So, right there, that makes... Now, it's hard because Johnson couldn't have more just because of the space.
Yeah.
They're in a smaller space. It's not like it's their fault. But they do have a clubhouse there as well, which is nice. So Johnson is $47 with a cart.
Cool.
Yeah. A little bit cheaper for seniors, but not a lot. It's not a lot cheaper for seniors. And then there's 2 other courses in Racine that the city of Racine owns. And, I should mention, Johnson Park does have an annual pass for unlimited golf. And it ranges right in there with Ives Groves. It's like about $3,000 for the year for unlimited golf with a cart. I want to say it's like $2,000. I think it's $3,000 for a couple, and then it's $1,000 add-on for the cart. So you can go with or without the cart. Then you've got Washington Park Golf Course.
Yeah, one of ours. I mean,
we've played that one the most.
The most, yeah.
Yeah. And one of the reasons is because it is a 9-hole, and it's really fast. It's close by our house. It's 9 holes. So if we have a couple hours to kill, we can get in there. We can play 9 holes of golf. It's super reasonable pricing.
Yeah, and they have the buggies there as well. So
they have carts.
Can use a cart.
So the 9 holes are $13, and then it's $10 more for the cart.
Yeah.
So that's not bad at all.
No, it's not.
So the two of us
saves my leg when I'm going around the course.
Yep. So the two of us can actually play for 23 plus 13 is, I can't remember because last night I didn't even count it. So 36. Yeah, $36 for the two of us.
Yeah.
For 9 holes. That's not bad. The other one that is owned, and we really like it because it's really pretty. It's right down by the river, by the Root River. Technically, Johnson Park has some of the Root River running through it, but Washington Park has a lot of the, at least half of it has the Root River. Mm-hmm. Now you do have to cross over a road.
On a bridge.
Yep, you got to cross over a road from one side of the park to the other, and then
a bridge
and a couple of bridges. To go there and back is a couple of bridges. So you got a couple of different bridges and things to cross, but it's actually kind of a lot of fun. We've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a good course.
It doesn't always have flags though.
No.
Every once in a while when we've been there, the flags on the holes, they're a little wonky. They're not really flags.
Disappeared.
Yeah, I feel like maybe we should donate a flag. Put some TAMT Homes things, and we'll donate flags to the golf course this year, maybe. And then the last public golf course in the area is Shoup.
Yeah, I've never played there, and yet I should really, but they don't have carts.
I was going to say, I think one of the reasons you've never played is because they don't have carts, and I know why they probably don't have carts. It's not because they can't afford it, but why do you think they probably don't have carts?
In case someone drives over the bluff.
Yeah, exactly. Because where is it?
It's at Wind Point.
Yeah.
Overlooking the lake.
And that's what makes Shoup such an amazing, cool golf course. It is only 9 holes.
I mean, it's not all overlooking the lake. Some of it's the other side of the road.
Yeah, but the vast majority, but it still overlooks the lake.
Yes.
You're still looking at the lake. You're just on one side of the road or the other of Lighthouse Drive. So it's such a cool course, and the main reason we haven't played it is because Russ has a bad knee and they don't have carts. So, and he does absolutely have to have a cart sometimes. Like, he can walk a couple of holes and then he has to
need the cart, or
and then he
have to sit down. So.
Yeah, and then he can sit between. The cart actually for you is almost more about the sitting between the holes than anything else.
Yeah, because I can get to where I'll hit the ball.
Yeah,
and then I can get in the cart and place after it.
Yeah, exactly.
All 3 yards.
Yeah, exactly. All 3 yards to the next one. It's more about the fact that you need a chair to sit down. So maybe we should consider that this year when we go golfing. Is we should probably just get a couple of chairs that we carry.
I don't think I could walk a full course at the moment.
Yeah, maybe not now.
Maybe later once I have my knee done.
Absolutely. But it is only $13 because there are no carts. It's $13 for 9 holes.
Yeah.
You can't even hit a bucket of balls for that.
No, that's true.
Yes. Some of the driving ranges for the large bucket of balls is $14.
Yeah.
And yet you can do a whole 9-hole golf course for $13.
Yeah.
Which is kind of amazing. That's a lot of driving that you can do if you need to.
Yeah.
And when it comes to Washington and Shoup, you don't really have reservations. I mean, they do have some reservations. Some people reserve ahead of time. But the vast majority of people do not reserve. They just kind of show up. And you have to work around the leagues sometimes. But most of the time, you can get in.
Yeah. Whenever we've been over there, we've maybe had to wait 20 to 30 minutes to get out there. But
yeah, and then we're out right away. Yeah. We're just waiting for whoever has come in before us and basically just to move up to the next space. And we usually do have somebody behind us as well. So it is really good. So if you thought that golf wasn't something that we do here in Wisconsin, well, it is. And you should check out the golf courses if you enjoy golf as well.
Yeah, there's plenty in Wisconsin. And there's plenty in Racine.
Absolutely. And to be honest, there's more in Kenosha, which is not that far away. But this is living in Racine, so we're only going to talk about the ones in Racine. There is an honorable mention. There's one out in Burlington as well on the other side of the county. It's owned by the county as well. It's a sister course to Ives Grove, but I didn't look at their stuff because it's way on the other side of the county and doesn't really apply much for us. And we're never going to go there.
No.
We'll probably go to Ives Groves, but not all the way out to Burlington. When you got Ives Groves, There's no point in going all the way to Burlington.
I'd quite like to try Ives Grove.
Yeah, absolutely. But thanks so much for joining us. And if you did find any value in this content, do us a favor, click like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of our content. And we are putting out a lot more shorts as well of some of our old stuff. So if you want to like kind of see some of the old stuff without having to, you definitely want to click that subscribe button because it'll automatically notify you when the shorts come out every day. So that's kind of fun to scroll through. If you don't have time for the whole video all the time, you'll get notified of the shorts if you're a subscriber. So so thanks for joining us. And I think that's it for today, isn't it?
It is.
Absolutely. So bye for now.
Bye.
Yeah. Here we go.